lost the business because I wasn't making enough. I lost my apartment. I lost my car. It was hard. What's up, guys? It's your girl Deanna. Welcome back to Sweet Black channel. So let's jump straight into it on how I started my business and how I overcame a few obstacles. So I started in 2018, and that's back then when I was working for Amazon as a delivery driver. Now, anybody ever worked for Amazon? No, that's what it is. But during that time was pretty rough for me. I had a lot going on. I started crying out of nowhere because I'm like, I'm working this hard and these checks are, I'm barely able to survive. I can barely buy groceries. But it was more to life. So every day after work, I would drive to the nearest parking lot, and I had this notebook, which I still have, but I had this notebook that I would jot down ideas, like, because I didn't know anybody that started the business. I didn't know anybody that was already in business, except for I did a lot of research. I read books. I watched a lot of videos. I Googled a lot of things, especially ingredients, because I was trying to create a product that you can use for sensitive skin. But when I started, I made the first mistake by telling someone, hey, look, I want to start a business. I was telling someone because I just wanted to get ideas. But instead of ideas, I actually got laughed at in my face. Yeah. And when that situation happened, it kind of just made me step back and was just like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. Back then, my mind wasn't right. So for someone to just laugh at me when I thought I had a great idea, kind of just shut my whole world down. Months went on, I realized that, this is my dream. This is something I want to do. So I just went for it. I first came across making chapsticks, which I was selling for $1 a piece. And that was just a way for me to reel in customers. And I was doing everything by hand. I didn't have equipment like a lot of people have online. I didn't even have a computer. I really had a notepad that I was just jotting down who I was selling to, what time, what date. I was keeping up my own bookkeeping. It just kind of grew. I started to build a new clientele. After that, I'm like, okay, well, I want to do more. And that's where I came across body butter. And by this time, it's close to a new year. Right when I felt like I wanted to do more, life hit. I ended up losing my job. I had to move to a new location. So once I moved, this is fast forwarding to 2019. I was finally in my own space. And in that way, I was able to start really getting into it better. And that's when I decided to create body butters. When I created body butters, I did a lot of research and then realized, like, once you start something, there's going to be somebody doing it, regardless of what it is. Just find a way to stand out. When I made my product, I wanted to create a whole line. So I started with butters. And at that time, I was working in a prison. Now, you're not supposed to bring anything in there, but that was the first step of me really getting customers. When they knew that my butters came out, I was selling fast. It was shipping out fast. I was having people come up to me, hey, do you have this? Or let me smell that. Or I know somebody that want to buy it. So I was just like, okay, for me right now, I'm just playing around with it. But I guess right then I knew that it was going to become big. So I started learning how to create labels. I was going to pay for them, but I'm like, no, because I want a certain look. So I went and learned how to purchase them and make them on my own. So I use a website, Canva, of course. I feel like that's the best tool up top. If you're a business owner, learn how to use Canva. It's a lot of hidden tips and tricks. But anywho, and then I felt like I was doing very well. And of course, you have your people that want to hate. a lot of people telling on me, a lot of people telling others how my products were bad and you shouldn't be using, only because they wanted to do something and they didn't have the courage to do it. It was just another person trying to knock somebody else's success down. But I didn't let that stop me. Once I started to grow, I started to get out there and find other marketplaces online. And my first product that I placed on the marketplace was at OfferUp. Got my first out-of-state sale. I was happy. It was in New Jersey. I would never forget it. I didn't know what to do, how to ship it. I kept communicating back and forth. I was trying to prolong the situation, but in the meantime, I was learning how to ship packages. Like that, I was going to UPS to drop it off, fill out the information I need to fill out, and ship it. And when I did my first shipping, I was excited. I'm like, okay, I'm really doing something. When I felt like everything was going great, I was almost bringing in like at least 500 a week. When I felt like I was just about to reach my peak, COVID hit. COVID took a lot away. I started losing customers only because a lot of people were distant, of course. Didn't nobody want to really purchase anything because a lot of people were getting sick, a lot of people were dying. But, and that hurt a lot. Because by that time I had quit my job. I started doing this full time. And I was able to last a few months. And when it hit, and I lost it all. I lost the business because I wasn't making enough. I lost my apartment. I lost my car. It was hard. It got to the point where I just had to leave and I had to start fresh. So I decided to move to another state. So currently, out in another state, I decided to get back on my feet and make things happen. The tip I can give you is to stay organized, be on top of things, research hard, learn everything before you hire someone else to work for you. No matter what people tell you, you keep going. Don't ever let anybody tell you what you can't do. Have a vision on something, you follow that vision. You keep going no matter what. What's for you is what be for you.